Now, forewarned weather with exclusive cutting-edge technology to help keep you and your family safe.
I'm tempted to just pack up the car and drive wherever that is.
I know, I was going to say, that was tough looking at that on a day like today. It was just so brutally cold out there.
In my mind, I'm going, I can make it in 18 hours.
You're right.
We can make it.
Yeah. All right, we're not going to be here for a few days. We're just going to go ahead and find somewhere warm to go.
When you finish this weather, I might not be here.
That's right. Oh, man. Yesterday, I think what makes today hard, yesterday was just so pleasant with the temperatures getting well into the 50s. And then today, boom, that air smacks you in the face. We're still struggling to get to the freezing mark in some spots. The good news is that warmer weather is just around the corner. This is not going to be a prolonged cold snap that we're in. So hopefully that'll warm your spirit today. 33 degrees in Detroit with cloudy skies, 31 in Ann Arbor, 28 in Pontiac, 34 in Monroe. West-northwesterly winds anywhere from about 13 to 23 miles per hour sustained. So it's breezy out there. You can see that flag whipping in the wind, and that's going to make it feel a lot colder. And it is a lot colder, even without the wind chill. It's 22 degrees colder at Metro Airport than where we were at the lunch hour yesterday. A 24-degree dip in Pontiac, Lapeer, 26 degrees colder in Flint and Lansing. And so a noticeable drop, and then you factor in these wind gusts that are now below the threshold for an advisory, but still upward of 30 miles per hour out of the northwest, which is a shift from what we had out of the south the last couple days. And boom, we have wind chill readings in the teens and low 20s across the board. And so it's going to be a struggle to feel like we're even at 30 today, because 37 is the afternoon high, but I do believe that those wind chill readings will probably peak in the 20s today, so feeling at least 10 degrees colder with those winds. Clouds and radar, let's walk you through what we're tracking here. So by 9:30 tonight, I do think that we get a few breaks in the clouds. We'll see a little bit of clearing, and I'm not going to rule out a flake or two, but latest model runs keeping this closer to about that I-69 corridor. So not of all of us seeing any kind of snow throughout the overnight. It would be very isolated, certainly not what we were waking up to this morning. But what will be a little more prominent will be Friday evening. So if you have dinner plans Friday night, just note that you want to have that umbrella with you, and it could get a little slick with some snow mixing in. Here's a snapshot at 7 as rain is starting to inch closer to that I-94 corridor, changing over to snow by the time we get closer to about 10, 11 o'clock at night. Now this model run keeps it along and south of I-94. It's been fluctuating a little bit. Most model data has kept this in our southern counties, but earlier this morning it was lifting towards M59. So it might push a little farther north than that, but definitely going to be more impactful for our southern communities. So by the time you wake up Saturday morning, how much snow are we talking if that changes over? Just a dusting, not even a half of an inch in portions of southeastern Michigan. Also, we have to take note that we are springing forward this weekend. So Saturday night before you go to bed, change those clocks. 2 a.m. on Sunday becomes 3 a.m. We lose an hour of sleep. Also change the batteries in your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. And here's a little look at what happens with sunrise time. So our sun has been rising before 7 o'clock the last several days, but now that's going to be bumped between about 7:30 and 8. So it's going to be a later sunrise, but it's also a later sunset. Sunsets will be after 7 o'clock, and within just a couple weeks, we'll see them after 8 o'clock. So that's nice for folks. So it's also nice long-range data keeping us above average. So we're springing forward with the clocks, also with temperatures. A taste of spring next week, as highs will be in the 50s and 60s next week.